So Pedritolo is a low XL win expert. What is it? Before the draining change, so it's a this should work. But previously you could lower your XL. Yeah, artificially, yeah, that did work. At some point, by self-draining, casting, say, Bolt of Drain at yourself over and over, and Drain used to lower your XL, and you had to like get XP to restore it. But then Draining was reworked to not do that and just lower your skills, so it made it, you know, non-trivial to win with lower XL. And it was prior to that, I think. It is around that same era. Might be 0.14 or 0.13. It's a good question, actually. I forget when it was reworked. You'd have to check the wiki to see. It was pretty old at this point, but definitely after I started playing. So not 0.10 or 0.11. 0.12 would be the oldest version, I think, that would have it. And I want to say 0.12 still had it, but I might be wrong. It was, yeah, it was definitely a very long time ago. So yeah, he won there. That spend was in zero. He had to play old versions to be able to get tech that is not available anymore. So that's why that was back in 2016. He says that it might be possible to win at XL8, but yeah, it was really obnoxious. It was super obnoxious. This is Pedritolo, though, playing in CSDC, FoEn, Jian, Lair 3. So we're in the deaths now, so spoilers, every single one of these games ends in a death, and you will be seeing that death. Play out. Found Nergal. What are we going to do about Nergal? She's on the chase. Now she's already... Oh no, it's a crocodile that's wandering. Crocodile doesn't know we are, but Nergal is beelining for us. Now she's summoning spooky orcs. We're going to go up the stairs, we're going to rest, and what now? We're going to go back down and fight Nergal, and we're going to realize we made a terrible mistake. We can't confuse her. We pulled her up. We're gonna park her. We're gonna shaft. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We shafted to layer 6. Next to a bunch of puppers. And this is the layer 6 caniform, friends, vault. Oh my dog. Oh my god, Pedritolo, your scrolls. You have no scrolls ID, Pedritolo. I guess he's going for a low turn count win or something. Yeah, this is 14,000 turns. Oh no, the puppers. They're so awake. They don't see invis, so you don't, well, he's not invis, so it doesn't matter. Yep, we're in the vault, and we're in the vault with a bunch of hellhounds. Oh no. It all played out so quickly. To watch that again. Here's from the shaft. There's staring at the puppers. 2 hellhounds, and the white one on the left is a wolf. And there's a bunch of Raiju. Those are really nasty because they'll blink bolt you. Again, Raiju being a BH creation. Yeah, he Pedritolo was, oh, maybe he was going for ascetic, right? To not use a scroll or potion by whatever it was. Was that enter layer or end of layer? I want to say it's end of layer. So he achieved ascetic, I guess, right? If that's the case. It's probably what he was doing. Oh, before getting a rune, yeah, he's probably going for ascetic. That would be my guess. Somebody would have to check the score to see if he had won it, gotten ascetic in a prior week. So I guess I preemptive or conditionally retract my statement. At Pedritolo, you were going for ascetic. Never mind. That's why your scrolls. Oh, this is not playing. This has been paused this entire time. Yeah, all those potions on ID'd. So yeah, clearly he's going for Ascetic. I was staring at that non-moving TTY wreck for quite a while. More wolves, or another wolf. Wow, he took damage so fast. Those hellhounds. Hitting him with the blast of flame. What does he do? Oh, he dropped Ascetic and Quaff Curing, and he got some HP, but it wasn't enough. And we can back it up. Yep, it's a Potion of Curing. And he just dropped Ascetic because he didn't want to die or wanted to have some shot to live. But those hellhounds were on him. Interestingly, so what did... Oh, wow. That other one... It lost track of him? I'm backing it up frame by frame so I can see. That's so weird. So watch it now. He's got 3 HP. And here he's going to use it. And watch what happens. This one right here has the brown highlight. Apparently it loses track of him, but I don't know why. Anyhow, a different hellhound shot. It wasn't the one that's adjacent. It was one of the other hellhounds that was on the other side, and that's why it says it breathes flames at you, and the blast of flame hits the hellhound. So it shot the one in front, and it completely resists. It doesn't do anything. That's why it shot through it, because it knew it wouldn't get harmed. And then the blast of flame hit him. I wonder if that one was wandering and that's why it was brown like that, which is pretty funny if it was. Oh well. Anyhow, tough luck, Pedritolo. That was obviously you shouldn't have tried to park Nergal the way you did. That was perhaps too risky. It would have been better just to avoid her, I suppose, rather than trying to park her if you felt she was so dangerous that you had to like immediately leave, because you risk going into the vault just like that if you do, because shafts can take you as far as 3 floors. You didn't have 3 floors to fall down, you only had 2, but clearly it could have taken you all the way down. So this is Xqipyl. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. And I don't know if I have anything to say. I didn't make titles for these because I didn't have time to watch them all. 3-1. Apparently I don't have time to even read the frame count. 3-1-1-1-5. Once again in Lair, Formicid of Che. What could go wrong there? Shaft for 2 floors. He shafts himself down to Lair 4. Is this another low turn count thing? Shaft again. Once again, shafting. Uh-oh, we've got a lot of snakes. Not, well, was that Ascetic? I thought I saw 1 ID'd scroll. We've got an awful lot of just moccasins, but that's certainly suggestive. Yep, we're in the spider tendrils vault from Hanged Man, and it's got lots of snakes, lots of frogs, and it's got a guardian serpent, and it's also got a hornet. Guardian serpent is sort of the boss in the center of this vault. It's basically shaped like a spider, so it's very notable, and all crawl players are very familiar with this vault. Quaff Lig, oh here we go, it's the tree play. This ant is crawling up a tree. Look at these monsters tabbing through them with our artifact hand axe. Not an amazing weapon, but good enough for now, sort of. It does at least have enchant, just a really terrible base type. Enchant and, of course, an ego. Alright, well, we did survive. What are the chances of shafting? They're pretty high, actually, XQ. They're actually pretty high. I mean, 1 in 3 chance to go all the way to layer 6, and then you just need to land inside the vault. Uh-oh. They've wandered out. And it's not that hard to land inside the vault, believe me. The vaults are big. Now, he was asking what's the chance of shafting and landing in the vault. But we're a tree again. We've got the tree play. This Guardian Servant can convoke stuff around us, and there's a wolf spider. Wolf spiders are super nasty. Yeah, it's not that low of a chance. It's not like it's a 1 in 100 thing. It's definitely much higher than that. You know, 1 in 3, and then what are your odds of a random square being the vault? You know, maybe... Honestly, it's probably like... Of habitable tiles, you would have to average it, but... Maybe 20% of tiles in Lair are in the vault. That might be a bit high. Maybe more like 10%. So yeah, 1 in 25 or 30 is not too far off, probably, on average. You have to consider the different vaults. So you don't necessarily want to play those odds. Yeah. Well, it's all based on what it convokes, but it does have, it can pour out some damage because, you know, he's got 25 AC, he is a tree right now, but you can see he's already down to 50% HP. They have, he's taken all, this wolf spider hits hard. It's almost dead. Oh. Block the Guardian Serpent. It itself does have some melee and it's fast, just like the wolf spider is. Yeah, he's got so many un-ID'd scrolls, but he has some ID. I don't know what he was doing with the scroll identification situation, XQ. I guess he was probably going for ascetic and then couldn't do it, it's my guess. That's probably why. But then I don't know why he didn't read some more of them. I mean, yes, but it's a set of 50 of them. It's like you need to read some of those. Like, you don't want to hold on to that many. That's clearly some scrolls that you would want to read. You might get, one of the reasons why is you could get acquirement, you could get brand weapon, enchant weapon and stuff, and get some actual use out of them. Enchant armor. Rather have a point of AC, a point of slaying, and possible acquirement than be sitting on all that stuff. Well, tough luck, XQ. I'm going to call you XQ. Can I call you XQ? Because your name is unpronounceable. I think they're in the Discord a lot. Interesting shaft. I forget why you even shafted in the first place. Is it just some nasty fight? Or you just wanted to shaft? There's an ice cave here. Yeah, well, can do. Here is the morgue, and just to remind everyone, if you want to see this... Nice. That is my playlist. It has all the morgues, all the links, also commands you can run, whatnot. Next up is BlackCaro. The Jinx, level 15. Oh, I didn't annotate where they are on this one. I should have done that. 41159. didn't skip any, did I? No. Okay, yeah, good. It's one I'm thinking of in particular, and I was like, did I miss it? Okay, this is right at the end of this TTY rec. Well, it's always going to be at the end of the TTY rec, because it's a death. And TTY rec will end after the player quits out. So, there's acquirement. They did not. But again, you can't know that unless you read it. Glowing Demon Whip. They read acquirement, they got a Demon Whip, +3 Demon Whip of freezing. I don't know what their skill is, but they wielded it, so it's probably a pretty good result. If you wanted a weapon, you can't do much worse than a Demon Whip. Or much better than a Demon Whip. Oops. What I'm trying to say, it's a very good weapon. It's a terrible weapon forged in the fires of hell, as the LearnDB says. Not a terrible weapon, but a terrible weapon. Alright, now we're going to open up this vault. I recognize this vault. I don't remember the name. I think it's a grunt vault, actually. It's just sort of a terrible acquirement, forged in the fires of hell. We're going to go to the top of the vault, apparently. We prefer that. Oh, look who it is. Mr. Light Magenta G himself. The Dwarf. Jorgrun. Earthmaster. Captain Planet. Just a very short Captain Planet. Confuse, 5%, not going to work. What are we going to do? What's the play against the old Yorkster? Apparently we really want to hex him, but we don't know that he has a lot of MR, so unless you're going to vuln him, it's not going to work. Uh-oh, he's awake. Time to make our power move. Roops, we got constricted. Okay, we've broken free. We're going to corrosive bolt. Oof. Oh no, roots. We keep moving out of the roots. He's hitting us with melee. Now there's a demonologist. Staff of Crushing is getting some blows in. Now, was that BVC? I couldn't see. Oh no, it's Ice Blast Wand. Almost dead. We almost got him. Oh no! Iron Shot. We're down to 6 HP. Oh no! Are we going to heal wounds? We feel much better. What now? Corrosive Bolt. Well, oh no, it didn't. Did it miss? Oh no! Oh no! He hit us with the gun. He broke out his shotgun. Put us out of our misery. Almost dead, as the LearnDB says. Still entirely capable of killing you. As Jorgrun proved right before our eyes. I like the demonologist, 2 demonologists. Showing up, making a bunch of demons that we're just kind of ignoring because... Oh, there it is. 42 damage. 42 is the meaning of life, I believe, so that's one takeaway from this. Sorry, BlackCaro, pretty rough. You learn not... It's best not to test the Yorkster. I hope you learned that valuable lesson. You don't mess with the Yorkster. Now this one I'm going to open locally because loading URLs from CWZ does not seem to work. Okay. Yes, I do have it downloaded. Good. Probably the first one. Is this Engine? Welcome, Engine. This is a Korean player, longtime Korean player. He's a notable player in the tournament too, and I think he's made some pretty strong tournament showings. I don't remember the details, but he's won a lot of games. Probably a lot of 15 rune games. Nope, he no longer has Shatter. He now has Grasping Roots, which has been reworked to have like a BVC-like effect. Oops. Not your gun, although he does have a gun, which is Iron Shot. Yeah, he has Iron Shot now. He still has LRD. and he places a bit earlier, but in fewer places. So Grasping Roots doesn't do this weird like EV reduction thing. It does like this constriction, remote constriction thing that basically works like PVC, but for only one target, which of course is going to be you most of the time. Okay, this is definitely a remove song situation. I mean, like the remix itself wasn't too bad, but when they start throwing in, wow. Target equal you. Let's see how many of these wins were 15 rune. I'm gonna get this is a guess. This is a extremely high percentage. Maybe 95%. This is what you will note from CWZ players. They really like to go for 15 runes. LLD players, the Japanese server as well, but it's like 50%. But for CWZ, it's like 75 or 80% across all players. 40191. What is this one about? We are in Lair with the dagger Pekaog. A drain dagger that gives us flight, MP, and presumably a strength modification. 4 Phoebe wins. He was training for CSDC, which featured Phoebe the prior week, I believe. Week 3. Oh, he's going to a Gauntlet, guys. It's a Gauntlet. Get hyped for Gauntlet. Get hyped for Minotaur. If we make it that far, that is. Get hyped for Gamma Funk Portal. Ah, but this is a Minmay map. He's quickly exploring. This is the one that switches between small arenas and large arenas, giving you 3 choices. He's very, very quickly explored that. And I'm not sure we're going to get to see what the choices are. I see Yaks plus Necromancer. He will turn the Yaks into Simulacra. I see Hellhound and Firebat, so that's a fire theme. I see Big X, Small X, that's probably Large Bomb and Small Bomb. I see a bunch of Large Z. Spectral, oh, Death Scarab. That's a nasty one. Death Scarabs are not to be messed with. So it's a Death Scarab and a bunch of Spectrals. Yak's Tyrant Leech, Iggy says. Well, I think it's no, not Yak's Tyrant Leech. That was a Necromancer, the P. We're going to Death Scarab, it looks like. Yep. We're going to open this door. This is a Minmay one that has like a door where you open it and you can reveal it, open it whenever you want, but you have to open it. Oh, it's 2 Death Scarabs. Owie. Painful. Yeah. Well, there's not one that there's Tyrant Leech and Swamp Worms, but there's not one that pairs. There could be they could be shapeshifters though. Oh wow, annihilated. Annihilated. Annihilated by that Death Scarab. Oof. Were we going for, oh yeah, maybe Ascetic? All un-ID'd scrolls and potions. So probably going for Ascetic. Rip. Sorry, Engine. Don't mess with the Death Scarab. Minmay likes to say that Death Scarab is the only unfair, unbalanced monster that is in the Gauntlet. She doesn't really like that I put Death Scarabs in there, but I have yet to change that. They're very flimsy Death Scarabs. They're just terrifying because they're so fast, they do so much damage. And next up is somebody who had a cool play from the last stream, but we didn't watch his death. I decided to go ahead and throw in the death because might as well this time, because I knew I was going to have more time to... Or I was going to be looking for deaths because I didn't have quite as many to choose from this time in terms of like, there weren't as many splats. This actually is a splat. I guess I just didn't include it. Starting at, yeah it is, XL17. So this is EugeneJudo. He showed us a cool play using Dispersal Trap, I think, last stream, but we didn't see his death. Yep, speed 30 with hitting for 33 damage and the effects of Scarab, so They do have baddie movement, but that's as fast as a monster can be in crawl. Stone Giant hitting us with the large ruck. Large ruck to the face. Yeah, this is kind of a funny death, actually. I remember this. Yeah, you have to basically kill them really fast. They don't have a lot of HP, as you can see, but you can't let them sit there and start meleeing you because they'll like slow you, and then that's just going to increase. Of course, they'll drain you and heal. Here's a Deep Elf Death Mage. Just a Deep Elf Death Mage, no problem, right? I mean, it's no problem. Moderately damaged, drained us. Okay, he's damaged us quite a bit. Oh, lost soul, and now he's ghostly. He's healed himself. Okay, well now we're down to 50% HP. We gotta kill this guy. He summoned a lost soul. Oh no, he summoned another lost soul. Okay, we're gonna go with the lash. Almost destroyed. Almost, we got him. Oh no, he healed himself. Is that Vamp Drain or whatever the heck? Vampiric Drain. He healed. He healed. Bad. 1v1 me, bro. Oh, he's pinned, but we are getting critical HP. Heavy damage. This is the he's revived himself once, then he's healed himself through Vamp Drain. Now we're going to use... Oh, he's almost... Oh, no. 30 damage with the Bolt of Drain. Good roll. Couldn't kill a single Deep Elf Death Mage. Oh, okay, it wasn't that long. It's only a 2-minute TTRI rec. He did stare at that screen for a while, but not that long. Frustrating. Yeah, you want some really big AoE and kill the thing before it really gets to you. You really don't want it. And it's speed 30, so it's going to get to you probably very fast. So if you have something in front that you could somehow block with it. Yep. Apparently he couldn't 1v1 a Deep Elf Death Mage. Sorry, EugeneJudo, that's kind of a crummy way to lose your run. Obviously, you got to watch out for Deep Elves that can totally heal themselves from being almost dead. It's pretty a silly mechanic in my opinion, because it's like you don't really have counterplay to it. It's just going to make itself heal to full, and it's like, well, why? Not my favorite monster mechanic, if I'm going to be honest. Next up is Mgcat in an ice cave. Second portal death. Let's see how this one goes. Frame 10485. Oops. Oh, did this not load for some reason? Oh yeah, for some reason this one didn't load either from Zatahwa, and I don't know why. Is it this one? I have two that are very close to each other. No. Interesting. Apparently there's no command named command open left door, or down, command open door down, or up, or right. Anyway, that's not the right one. It is the second one. They're just really close to each other time-wise. I probably have this downloaded, I hope. There it is. I don't know why on C... I don't actually know why those... You know, I could copy and paste these frames. Then I wouldn't have to... Not that it's hard to remember a string of 5 numbers, but... Here we are. Hand axe thing. Hand axe of flaming. Fix your game. Open up dev tools. You're all lucky that I don't have a mod, that I don't have the money to pay, because you all don't donate enough that I can't hire a full-time Twitch chat mod and properly moderate these comments. It's so expensive. The upkeep, and you know, you got to give them healthcare and paid vacations. We are using our hand axe, the thing. It's not the thing, it's just thing. Apparently, Chunks wielded for Simulacra. Yep, the good old days when you could wield chunks for Simulacra. We found the ice cave. We're gonna get some gold, then we're gonna go in that cave. Once again, Formicid of Che, one of the god choices, along with... Ooh, oh, it's the Transporter Ice Cave. That's a lot of ice beasts. And a white ugly thing. That's the nasty... Whoa! Slouch it out. Goodbye. Rip. We slouched all the damage away. Now we just have a blind transporter jump. And we find a ice statue and two ice statues and a white ugly thing. That's kind of a nasty combo. What are we going to do? We're going to slouch it again? First we're going to walk forward and take a massive amount of cold damage, and then we're going to tab and take even more massive damage, and we're going to pause. Finally, for the first time. Okay, I guess we slouched. I can't see because it's going by so fast to see what his actions actually are. Now we're... Oh no, they're both... No, only one's dead. Oh yeah, because we're Che and we're in these ice clouds. Freezing clouds. Oh, we tried to summon... We tried to summon spiders, but... Or, you know, use sack of spiders, and we got some ants, but... kind of have to slow down the playback of this, honestly. Slow this to 0.5 so we can actually watch it. They were just kind of... 0.5, hopefully a little bit more watchable. Takes 7 damage, freezes from the ugly thing, getting in some huge blows. Finally kill the ugly thing, but now we're at 15 HP. We got 2 heal wounds. Feel much better, but we're still in freezing vapors. We don't have any RC. We have no RC, that's why the ugly thing was hitting so very hard. And we're stuck in freezing vapors, but now we're out of them. Maybe we, no, we haven't used MP yet. We haven't used Temporal Distortion. Or Step from Time. But we're in clouds again. We have no resistance. We blocked an ice shard, but... Bolt of Cold hits us, but does no damage. We're gonna go out using a sack of spiders, apparently. I think we just don't quite fully consider that the amount of damage that freezing clouds will do to us. Also, maybe not. I don't know if this person if Mgcat had RC, but really would have helped if we had some source of that. They died with oh my god. They died with potions of resistance, so we know they had that. Next time, quaff a resist bot, Mgcat. Get some RC. We actually only have 2 more deaths, and then we will be done. This next one's quite probably like the highlight of the deaths. Don't take useless portals. Well, I mean, I guess you're talking about the transporter. But I would not say useless. I would say, because as far as useless goes, it's certainly, there's loot on the other side, so it's not useless, but it is very dangerous, and it's a blind jump. Now, you could read the spoilers and know exactly what to expect. And maybe Mgcat even knew what was on the other side of that portal, that transporter, but clearly they did not have a plan. Mapping would at least tell you what the shape of the vault is, but it wouldn't tell you exactly what's on the other side. I forget. I don't think the walls. I think that's actually stone in that one. 23332. Pretty sure it's stone. Because anytime there's a transporter, we always use stone. Because otherwise, it's kind of silly. You can just dig. Okay, this is a remove song situation for sure. Alright, next up, agentchuck in depths, depths 2 with a +7 greatsword. Formicid of Woo, let's go. What's the play, Chuck? Oh no, it's Profane Halls, the infamous Grunt and Compass map with 4 themed hells. Yeah, we try to not make vaults contain those blind leaps, so that portal probably should be redesigned to that end. That's a lot of ogres. 2-headed ogres, the magenta one is Ogre Mage, then you see a bunch of trolls. Magenta one is the Deep Troll Earth Mage. The white one is the Deep Troll Shaman. This vault is infamous. It's a huge map with lots of monsters. Sort of 4 different themes of, like, you know, fire, ice. Well, I guess it's just themed after the hells. So then it's got like, you know, undead for Tartarus, and then you know, stuff themed for, you know, Dis. So this, and in the center it's got a bunch of loot and a bunch of, you know, 0-9, you know, a bunch of out-of-depth type monsters. It's a lot of spark wasps. So I think I started this so we could see him clearing a bunch of it because, well, most of you who are experienced crawl players will of course know this map and have done it many times, but some of you maybe has never seen Profane Halls before, and it's definitely one of the most notable Encompass vaults. A lot of spark wasps. These things are really pretty terrifying if you don't have Aralek, and when they appear in packs they do pretty good melee damage that also hits with Alek. It can even be kind of nasty even if you do have Aralek, but agentchuck, no problem with that so far. We're going to soldier on in Profane Halls. No skipping this floor. We could, but now we're in the Dis section. That's why it's got metal and a bunch of rust devils. Thankfully, we do have a good brand for fighting demons. Unfortunately, we have -12 corrosion right off the bat. Not a good amount of corrosion to have, if we're going to be honest. Time to fall back upstairs and deal with this skeletal warrior. We're just going to tab through with our Holy Wrath. Let that +75% on average damage do the talking over our -12 corrosion, and then rest it off. Yeah, I don't know what their spell set even is, so we're going to try different stairs apparently. If we don't like those stairs that we were at, we're going to try new ones. Fire Giant down. I'm going to put on some RF because we took a lot of damage there, and it's probably going to be more fire monsters on the way. We've got Spriggans, we've got a Bone Dragon, and we've got a Deep Elf Hybrid. These are monsters probably from the center where it's more generic, just high-level nasty stuff. Which could include the Bone Dragon, although that might also be from, say, the Tartarus. Yeah, Shadows, Soul Eaters, those are definitely from the Tartarus chamber. Yeah, I haven't been seeing them do anything but melee. Thank you for the follow, Silvic. I think I sort of almost pronounced that. Yep, just Silix for short, because we don't want to try to pronounce the entire name. Alright, well, things got a little dicey there with all that, but we're alive so far. Profane Halls is doing what Profane Halls does, throw tons of monsters at you, and try to get you to lose your patience and take on too many. Only if they donate, Iggy. Then I actually have to pronounce it. Or subscribe. If they merely follow, I'll just nod in their general direction. I'll tip my fedora to them and say, "Good day, sir," or "ma'am." That is a lot of spells that we have listed, and apparently we're interested in Discord at 45%. There he is, Solix himself or herself. We are in we're in the Tartarus chamber, I believe, because we cleared it out. I see BVC. I guess I gave this kind of a generous thing. I just went back because it was like, oh, it might be cool to let people see Profane Halls, and sure, it's fun to watch people clear this vault. I wouldn't want to watch like several times of this in a row, but watching it once. You know, we'd have to pull up the morgue. The feeling if I'm going to tab over and it's like the death is going to be right there. I'm going to miss it. There's the morgue. It'll have their spell list. Oh no, 3 Caustic Strikes. Caustic Strike Shrieks. 4 Caustic Strikes. Threat level Alpha. Those green, light green bees. B is the glyph for bats, basically. Bats, like fire bats, normal bats, and of course strikes. 4 strikes. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. We just shut the door on those nasty birds. Now we're walking over to the Gehenna chamber. Level Gamma. I've been getting a few strike kills from some of my berserking monster vaults recently. Well, Berserking Beast is the only one. Mike even died to that vault, literally to a strike, in week 5, spoiler. Mike is a Discord regular and generally famous video gamer guy. That's all I'll say. Yep, this has been a kind of typical Profane Halls, just throwing lots of high-level monsters all over the place, with these hell-themed chambers kind of having a mix of really sort of trash tier monsters and few nastier things like the Bone Dragon. And you know, I have a feeling that the strikes are going to make another appearance as well. I feel like we haven't seen the last of the strike. Somehow they will find a way. They are like the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park. Nature finds a way. Convoker, yeah. Convoker would have to be placed by the vault specifically, likewise for Guardian Serpent. But Profane Halls doesn't actually have any placement like that. The only specific monsters that it, well, I think for the center it actually does have a few specific, but nothing out of branch. Only for the hell-themed ones does it have out of branch monsters. But Convokers and Guardian Serpents are not on the depth spawn list. And there's no other monster that can convoke, although there are, well, I guess there's, so there's the Gehenna chamber, and Tartarus has been done, and we know Dis has partially been done. Zotrap. Jelly dinosaurs take the bees. Back in the disc chamber, I think we have only just the ice one is the only one left. I say that questioningly because I didn't know if we've seen since the beginning, of course. That's where the TTY or the playback starts. Ooh, Juggernaut. Yeah, that's the center. That's where the Shrikes came from. Where the Deep Elf Priest wandered out of. Big C, big angry green C. Juggernaut, unlike those Shrikes, same color as the Shrikes, but he can open doors. We're going to try to BBC. Yes, we are. Juggernaut's getting nicely sequestered at the back, allowing us to do what? Go to the upstairs. Oh, another Deep Elf High Priest. All over the place, these Deep Elf High Priests. Yep, we're making a dash for those stairs. Will we get there before the Juggernaut gets to us? And the answer seems to be yes. Truth is, yep, trample. That could be bad for going upstairs. Maybe we're going to try to cheese this out. We are, oh, there we go, we got trampled. We're just gonna go to stairs. Oh, we got a gap. Well, nope, no we didn't. Berserk Elephant made up the ground. Oh wow. Juggernaut got adjacent at the last moment, but we didn't get trampled. We made the power move. We rolled the dice, as they say. We don't like these stairs. We're going to try new stairs. Better stairs. Most beautiful stairs you've ever seen. And we're just going to leave that other section alone for now. But those doors to the center, they're all open. And well, look who it is. It's Team Shrike and 3 Hell Knights. And now we're all into the middle. There's no running away from the Shrikes. Yep, we'll BBC them, but they break out of that pretty easily, just like the Juggernaut does, because they are pretty fast. Oh, we're gonna lash. We're gonna try to take them down. Well, there's our lash, and they're not dead. Gonna try to BBC. People overestimate the damage that BBC does. They think that it's going to magically just destroy everything, but it doesn't do that much damage. Be much better off using might and melee and a lot of Serpent's Lash. Instead, you're just wasting turns trying to cast BBC for pretty inexcusably bad damage. Yeah, if you have really high skill levels, it certainly does good, but as you can see, it's doing a terrible job of holding them in place, and he's just getting destroyed. Yep. They're breaking out of it effortlessly. Now we're down to 100. There's 70. And now we're really thoroughly corroded. Not going to be doing a lot of melee damage now unless we cancel. Oh no. HP. We don't have much. Minus 16. We have no AC left. We have no attack left. We heal, but only 9 HP. Well, you got to remember the caustic strikes are hitting with AF acid too, Iggy. It's not they're corroding him as they attack. It is true that there's also a rust devil, so there's a lot of corrosion. But they corrode him too. We're in such a bad spot. Now we're not corroded anymore. Presumably we quaffed cancellation. Oh, and then it ends. Taken down by a strike. Oh wow, we had sniper. They are jellies glued to bees. How does he live? Casting BBC. He obviously read the great entry, BBC Reasons. Mikey wrote a lot of these. You want to give monsters a bad time, so they're to be read ironically. Last death is floatboth in Shoals 2. Oh, just like, there you go. Yep. Yeah, you actually don't even have to use the underscore. You can use just a normal space, but you can use an underscore as well. Yeah, they have a ton of HD. And they move at speed 20 is kind of the issue. So they're like twice as fast as poor unhastable Formicid. Frame 40497. Dagger of Upheaval +8. Oh yeah, Mega Man. Look at this vault, 5 harpies. I know this vault, it's like a cove of like a ton of harpies. We're fighting a ton of harpies here, and apparently doing okay because we're EHing them one at a time, and they can't really get too far past the combo of our AC and EV. Yeah, you gotta have a really good game plan if you're gonna take on 4 caustic strikes. And escape is always a better option if you really can't pour out a lot of damage really fast. Trying to feebly VBC them and hope that they don't break out when they're speed 20 and it's unwise, and they're totally out in the open. You have, you know, it's not like you can dig anywhere or anything like that. Since you're a Formicid, you can't just break off the fight with teleport or blink. So we're in Shoals, we're kind of like going through and clearing out that nasty vault and picking up some spell books with monsters in Los apparently, and just spooking these merfolk real good with our hexes. So far so good. Got them all confused, but a lot of stuff here now. We've already lost about a quarter of our HP. About a third of our HP now. Oh no, Water Nymph. Water Nymph hits you with Water Strike as you are standing over water, which we are, and we've taken even more damage. The situation is getting critical here. We have Shadow Form, but we haven't used it. I don't know if we've traded Invo. Oh no, it's all going so poorly. Water Nymph is Water Striking us. We're taking so much damage, we're not doing anything about it. Could have used Invispot. We had so many plays. We're not using Shadow Form. Yeah. Did you read your Ancient Greek epics? You know how this is going to end. You're going to go off on some voyage and then, what is it? Like Hera's going to drown your children because she's mad at you? Not Hera. Was her name Hera? I forget. Hera is like the goddess, not Odysseus's wife. Home shopping network. Wow. See, Xqipyl would like that fate, I think. There's Shadow Form 32. We could have by now succeeded with Shadow Form at a 32% fail rate. Apparently we're just not. We have Invis the spell 1%. Oh my god. We didn't go Invis. I mean, we're in water now and floatboth. Oh, you're in water, floatboth. You can't be in water and be Invis. You had Invis the whole time. The spell. Obviously you have the potion too, but you even had the spell. And honestly, you could have just been hexing a lot of this stuff instead of sitting here trying to melee it, apparently, or whatever you were doing. Water swirls and strikes you. It's all gone so wrong for floatboth. We're mesmerized because of the avatar. We can't get out of this water, which is generated by the water nymph, because she creates a circle of water around her, and then when you're in the water, she can water strike you for extra damage. We're desperately flailing about, trying to find other moves. We're not honing in on Shadow Form, which admittedly we would be. Yeah, it's time to eat. Well, thankfully, oh, we're very hungry, yeah, but not quite at starving. If we had Shadow Formed a long time ago, well, there's so many different things we could have done. Going Invis. Shadow Form does give you Invis, of course, but it's for escaping. Summoning, Scroll of Summoning would have been a good play long time ago. Could have summoned a bunch of merfolk and turtles and friends. We have Curare. Now we elected to fear. That's always a fairly valid option because most merfolk really don't have a lot of MR. But this water nymph was not phased by our fear and is chasing us. We are now invis. Well, we're still invis, but we're not over water. Although I think we are actually. Yeah, they see invis, right? Yeah. That's why. She hasn't generated water on our tile yet, but she sees invis. You can see the merfolk starting to see us whenever we wait a turn. Oh, did we ditch her? Okay, we gotta go. Oh no, she's on our tail. Yeah, she sees invis. 15% confused, not good. She's got too much MR. I know we have a decent amount of hexes because we can cast invis at 1%. Although, did we have Brill up? Well, either way. Yep, 1% without Brill, so we have plenty of hexes. But we just don't have enough to hex her. You know what would have been good though is Mana Viper, a spell which makes damaging allies that could have blocked the Water Nymph and easily killed it. If we had just cast it before we got to this situation. Yep. Gotta remember to use all the tricks up your sleeve, and really especially deploy those tricks before you get into trouble, which is something that floatboth is kind of learning here. Oh, there it is. Splash, you fall into water. And then she water striked us for our final HP. Got a good hit in too. 36 damage water strike, pretty nice. Well, that sucks floatboth. Yeah, it can. This game does have a lot of different things you can do at any given time, and it can be, you know, especially the newer you are as a player, it can be kind of like a mental fatigue where you're like, I just want to focus on hitting with my axe and casting my one spell that I use. And then you kind of forget about the dozen or so other things, one of which would have been the best play, or at least several of which oftentimes would have been a far better play than trying to hit again with your axe or use that one spell like, you know, BVC or whatever.